These are two organisms. They're of the same species and they start off exactly the same. Now let's pretend a barrier separated both of these organisms. So one gets plopped into this desert environment right here. Now this organism isn't very well suited for the desert. It has a large surface area and would lose water very rapidly. So over time it would most likely evolve to have a thicker body with thicker skin and be more compact so that it wouldn't lose as much water. It would also probably secrete something such as uric acid, so it would lose less water when it urinated. And it would also probably develop other such senses. And this organism right here is dropped into a water environment. So, in order to form into its water environment, it would most likely get something like a more streamlined body, which is going to end up looking quite deformed, but let's pretend it's streamlined. And it would most likely get some sort of fins in order to swim in the water. And it would most likely secrete ammonia, because that's what most aquatic animals secrete, because it helps osmoregulation. So now, as we compare both these animals, what once started out the same is very different. But you can still see a lot of similarities. They both still have legs, just these ones have been modified over time to look like fins. They both still have bodies, but both the bodies have been modified too. Other such senses are probably diminished in one, such as this, and then strengthened in the other. And these are some of the distinct differences that occur when evolution occurs. And this is one example of evolution. Hey, this is Daisy, my dog. I also have another dog, 3 cats, a snake, and some fish. But we're just going to compare her today. So, humans and dogs have many similarities, unlike other animals, but they're different in other ways too, because evolution caused them to change over time. So I'm going to compare the different parts and how they're similar. For example, Daisy's teeth right here. They're carnivorous teeth, whereas my teeth are omnivore teeth, because she's a carnivore and she needs to eat meat. So having omnivore teeth wouldn't help her very much. And I eat plants and meat, so I have omnivore teeth. Now she has a better sense of smell, and I have a better sense of sight, because when hunting prey you needed sight. But for humans, it had a more benefit to have better sight, because they would be able to pick out fruit with different color and tell what one was right. But for Daisy, having sight wouldn't benefit her because she's a carnivore. So over time, with humans, smell wasn't important, so mutations in the smell genes gathered so they couldn't smell as many smells as dogs could, since it wasn't important to their survival. And these are just some of the many things that can be compared between dogs and humans. One example of how evolution occurred and gave us structures that evolved from other structures and can be related to old ones is our middle ear. Originally it consisted of bones and sharks that would have been located about right here and up here. But over time both of them shrunk and moved up to the ear location in order to give us a better sense of hearing and a new ability which would benefit us better than having the bones here and here. Thank you for listening to this. I would like to thank my partners, Gabe and Jason.
Yes, we did so much to contribute.
Let's give them a round of applause.